There is something about making your own pizza at home that is just so special, even more if it takes less than 30 minutes, don't you think so? Well, welcome to Pick It Up. This is Lorena and today I'm going to show you how to make pizza quick or pizza veloce veloce. Let's get started. To make the dough you will only need quick yeast, sugar, milk, all-purpose flour, and salt. First thing, we have to bloom the yeast, and we are going to start by adding the sugar to some lukewarm milk. And you want to keep the temperature of the milk between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Add the quick yeast, and we are going to give it a stir to make sure everything is well hydrated. And then you are going to see that your yeast is going to start to produce a little bit of bubbles, and that means that it's kind of alive. If you don't see any change in 5-7 minutes, that means that your yeast might be a little bit on old side. Throw that out and start again with some fresh yeast. Now we are going to add salt to the flour. Give it a quick stir to make sure that they are well combined. It is crucial that you always add the salt to the flour and never to the yeast mixture. At this point, we can see that the yeast is active and alive, and we can add it to the flour. Once the flour is well hydrated, mix the dough at medium speed for about 5 minutes. At this point, the dough is going to develop some gluten. The dough is ready when the bowl looks clean. And if you gently stretch the dough apart, it gets into a thin membrane without breaking or tearing. If that's the case, congratulations, your dough passed the window pane test. And just a quick note, best will be to use a hook attachment for your dough. Once we are happy with that, we can toss it onto our board and start kneading it. Just roll the dough on top of itself and then push forward without tearing it. Put your pinkies in and kind of rotate the dough until it looks like a beautiful round ball. Now, instead of waiting for an hour or until the dough doubles in size, we are only letting the dough to rest for about 10 minutes. And this is the great thing about this recipe. We are going to put some oil, flip the dough so that it doesn't dry on the top. And you can also cover it with some plastic wrap. Now that the dough is rested, first press the dough into a large and flat disc. The dough should be soft and pliable and shouldn't shrink back when you press it. As you can see, the resting time has prevented the dough from retracting. And finally, the topping. We are going to use some crushed tomatoes. In this case, they already have some herbs in it. So if you don't have any herbs at home, you are going to make a great pizza with this sauce. One recommendation, if you have any leftover sauce, do not store it in the tin can. Store it instead in a separate container and make sure to throw the can away. Now cheese. We are going to use fresh mozzarella and pre-shredded cheese. But if you shred the cheese yourself, it's going to give a better flavor in the end. So if you have the option, I do recommend that you shred the cheese yourself. It will make your pizza taste like a real pizza italiana. Put some fresh basil on top. And now we are going to put another layer of shredded cheese, of course. A little bit of salt if you wish, and extra virgin oil. And now you can finally put your pizza in your preheated oven at 500 degrees and bake for only 12 minutes. And here you have it. The old melted cheese, the golden brown crust, and the smell of fresh basil. The best homemade pizza italiana made in less than 30 minutes. Enjoy!